So our meat is looking awesome. Now we're just going to go ahead and add some rosemary to that mix so we have a nice aromatic flavor. And building flavor base like this is really important when you're cooking anything, but when you're trying to be healthy and not add a lot of added fats, and especially when we're trying to be allergy friendly, and so therefore we're not adding anything with soy or dairy or anything like that, we need to build our own flavor base. And that is exactly what we're doing here. So now I'm going to combine out everything, our meat, our vegetables, move our pan back into the center of the burner. It smells so good, and it's only going to smell better once we add our homemade tomato sauce. And then everything is going to simmer and cook together so deliciously in here. Look at that. Like I said, nice and chunky, but super delicious. Okay. And the great thing here is we know every single ingredient that is going in here so far, and whether you have allergies or not, that is awesome when we're cooking for our kids and our family in general. We love knowing what we're eating. And sometimes that's really hard to do when you're buying things from the store. But now by all means, if you're looking for time savers, go ahead and add a store-bought brand tomato sauce that you know and love and that you trust. Because there are brands out there. And so if you can find one that you like without sacrificing taste or quality, then you can use that shortcut, no problem. So now, it smells so good. We're just going to let this cook for about 40 minutes so everything kind of starts to really work together and our flavors get really solidify in here. We're going to let this cook for about 40 minutes. I'm going to throw a... Don't mind the mess down there. I'm in a one bed. We fit things in wherever we can. I'm going to throw a lid on this, and our potatoes, we'll test them. They're bubbling away. So we're just going to see, oh, they're about fork tender. So at this point, what we're going to do is we are going to add our cauliflower. So they've been cooking for about a half hour so far. We're going to add our cauliflower in here. And now we're going to let that cook for about another 10 minutes. And then our potatoes are going to be done with our cauliflower. We're going to mash that together with our garlic oil, and that's going to be a delicious topping to the delicious base that we have underneath. So we'll see you back in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been about 10 minutes. Our potatoes and cauliflower are both fork tender, so these are going to be ready to mash. So here's what we're going to do. Because like I said, we're not adding dairy here, but we want these to be creamy, I'm going to spoon out some of the water that the vegetables have been cooking in so I can add this back to our vegetables to still give us what will end up being a very creamy texture without the dairy. So I'm going to reserve about a cup of cooking liquid. Okay, I'm going to set that over here. Now, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to get oven mitts because it's going to get hot. Okay, now, here we go. And because I like to, see that steam? Because I don't like to clean more pans than necessary, and because the heat in this pan is actually going to be very good for mashing our vegetables. It's going to keep them hot, so when we add the flavor, everything gets all absorbed. I'm going to add the vegetables right back to the pan where they came from. And now we're going to mash. And see, the cauliflower and the mashed potatoes mashes together so easily. Now, like I said, we want a little bit of that creamy texture. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the cooking water. And I can keep adding as I go, depending on the consistency that I like my mashed potatoes. And these are already so creamy, and we don't have to add any dairy. And even if you don't have a dairy allergy, and you're just looking to make a healthier version of mashed potatoes, this is a great way to do it. So, here's our secret ingredient, like I said, and I use garlic oil all the time. I think it adds a ton of flavor without fat. And here we go. I'm just gonna drizzle in some garlic oil, and it's so easy because you don't even have to chop garlic here. So making garlic oil is really easy. All you have to do is throw in about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic whole. Start simmering some oil away on your stove. Throw in your garlic cloves. Let everything cook for about 30 to 40 minutes or so. You don't want the garlic to brown because that will give your garlic oil a bitter taste. And there you go. You fish your garlic out and you have garlic oil. Now, look how smooth and delicious that is. And here's how we'll know for sure that it is. Now, this is hot. This is one of my son's best skills right now. When something is hot, he knows to blow on it. He's very proud of himself. Those are so good. They taste creamy. They're luscious. The garlic oil gives it a delicious garlic flavor, and that was such an easy step. I'll have one more taste for you. Who doesn't love mashed potatoes? These are going to be a delicious topping to our meat. So the meat still has about 20 minutes left to cook. So we'll see you back in a little where we'll top our meat with our delicious potatoes. See you soon. Hi guys, welcome back. It's been about 35 to 40 minutes and our meat is all cooked and delicious. And to prove it to you, I will happily take a taste. Get a taste with meat and carrots. It's so good already. That homemade sauce with the sweetness of those roasted vegetables from earlier really brings everything together. And the rosemary is delicious. Can't help myself. It's so good. So the great thing with this is you can actually use this as a topping for pasta. You can make spaghetti bolognese. We're choosing to do the shepherd's pie because we're making our version gluten-free, and potatoes, unlike pasta, does not have gluten. So we're going to be all set there. But you can use this in a variety of other ways. Go crazy. Like I said, we're going to be doing shepherd's pies. Now, because I'm making these for my son, I love making these in these cute little ramekins. So they're little individual serving sizes that are perfect for him. You don't have to do that. You can make them in one large ramekin. You can make them in medium-sized ramekins, whatever works for you, but I really like doing it this way so he has his own individual serving. And I have these handy lid covers so I can make these and stick them in the freezer because I'm going to be making 8 now and there's no way we're going to go through 8 that quickly. So I love that I have my meal for in the middle of the week when I might not have time after work one day to make dinner. So I'm just going to fill up all 8 like this. And now, at this stage, after you top them with your mashed potato cauliflower combination, you can either stick them in the oven right away, or if you're doing this like I often do when my son is napping, and so you're not having this for dinner until later, you can stick them in the refrigerator at this point and then stick them in the oven whenever you're ready to cook them later. They're already cooked, we're just going to put them in the oven to heat them through and to get the potatoes on top nice and crispy. So, once you have them filled, and I'll continue filling the rest after, but you have them filled pretty much to the top, and then we come over to our mashed potato cauliflower combo, and we just top them off like this. That's my son, he's up now, you can probably hear him in the background. But this step is so quick that I can do this while he's up. And that's it. And you can put as much or as little of the mashed potato on top as you like. They smell so good because that garlic oil on the mashed potatoes is so good. And those are our little mini shepherd's pies. And then I put them on a baking tray just so it's easier to get them into and out of the oven. But so like I said, I'm going to make all of them. I'm going to prepare all 8. 4 I'm going to stick in the freezer. 4 I'm going to make for dinner. So we can all have them for dinner tonight. And even though these are this cute little kid size, these are great for adults too. And these are actually a great appetizer for a party because look how cute those are. Okay, so welcome back. This is the best part. Our shepherd's pies are done. They were in the oven for about 10 minutes just to heat them up, get them a little crispy on top. And now we get to taste it. So you can see, oh my gosh, this looks so good. And it's hot. Like I said, this is my best skill. It's so good. I mean, who doesn't love shepherd's pie? This is awesome. We have our beef and vegetables that have this sweetness to them from the roasted vegetables earlier in our homemade sauce. We have the garlicky hint in our mashed potato cauliflower mix. This is what you want to be having for dinner on a cold day, and your kids are going to love this, and they're going to love that they have their own individual portion. This is, okay, last taste. I can't stop. Then I have to save this for dinner. My son's excited too. So good. Thanks for tuning in. We have a delicious allergy-friendly meal right here that your whole family is going to love around the kitchen table. Thanks.